Hello, everybody. Just starting up the stream now. So, this is an intro stream. Just want to make sure it's live and working. And then we'll get started. Yep, working. Great. Okay. So, welcome to the live stream. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be world building. I have a series called Warp. It's a science fiction type of series, similar to Star Wars, but it's got its own unique twists and turns and that type of thing. Um, yeah, not much of it is based on it except the other general themes. So as you can see, we are going to be using Wikia/fandom for the actual creation of this. So this is Wikia, or now rebranded Fandom. It's a pretty powerful tool. Um, so you can add pages into this. Any red links you see are pages that don't currently exist. So if I open that page up, it comes up as an edit. So it comes up with we'd like to edit, blah blah blah, type of thing. Very easy done there. And then there's also other pages too. So for example, if I press on timeline, it'll take me to the timeline page. But if before we get started, I just want to talk about the Infobox Builder. It's a pretty powerful tool. It lets you customize any content you want. So it's a great way of actually it is a great way of making custom content. So for example, I will want to make, for example, a planet, right? So I can go here. Okay, so the article name I start with. Okay, so most likely the page name is going to be the planet's name, and this article name will default at that. Then I might make this label the system, the star system it's a part of. So just something simple like that, and then I can move on. I can, if it's got any moons, yeah, moons. There we go. See if it's got any moons, and then etc. And then I can publish this, and then I can then add that into pages, which I'll show you later down the track. So I'll close that for now. Leave. Okay, and so then another thing are the categories. So categories are great. So it lets you organize content. So for example, this systems page, it talks about the star systems. So these are the star systems, 65 in this. And then it also allows me to look at what this page then links to. Links to the space, the category space. Then all these other categories, I've got 11 subcategories here with no actual pages linking here because it's just a general space. So I've got astronomical events with one category being disasters, astronomical objects, asteroids with black holes. I can add them here. Moons, 11 moons. Um, Hallmarks. So this can consist of battles, wars, the types of government, languages that exist, um, religions, leaders, science, scientific theory, space dimensions, biology, genders, um, and then we have planets, normal other stuff like that. Flora, fauna, cities, continents, countries, states, and territories, weather. You got the quadrants. So, for example, we have two sectors already built. In this, we have resources, resource type. We have 42 resources here in the resources page. And yeah, and then also we have some in-universe items as well. So we have some monuments and memorials, for example, some documents like Constitution, that's a big one. Maps, system maps, pleasure, have games, products, consumables, warfare, just weaponry, list goes on and on and on. Okay, and so that is a pretty good introduction. I would say. As you can see up here, it says I got 799 pages. I've been working on this Wikia for quite a long time now, a few years in fact, but it all started off as a simple idea with a very simple timeline, which I'll show you here. Um, and you can actually access this at warp-series.fandom.com, and just follow the other links um, and that type of thing. Um, and we have, you can see everything here. You can see how in year zero. So basically, Istu is a planet which is based on Earth, um, as in based on our planet of Earth. Um, so it means that I can start fresh. I can make it all develop. As you can see, I talk about See Your Life. Most of the stuff is just placeholder. It's not actually what happens, but it does give a pretty good insight. So for example, here the URF. Yeah, if I press that, open that up. Here we go. Here's just a little thing. So the Yef people inhabited the pre-modern coastline of Merton. Oh, what is Merton? This is a very cool feature. They've got in-wiki linking. So it's a country in Merton, no, of Merton. As you can see here, as I was talking about before, the Estunian system, the planet Estunian, and the government, Merton Kingship. So it's who controls it, type of thing. You can see the type of government, the constitution, who's its leader, and then I can see the capital, the language they speak, the currency, the religion, the state religion, the holiday, um, any wars they have formed by intelligence agencies, that type of thing, which is pretty neat. So I think I'd start off pretty simple today with just creating a system. So based on this, I actually don't know a name, so I'm going to look at some of this. So rustic town names. I'm going to look at these 25 here. Anything looking good? Not saying anything just yet. That looks good. Um, Brad, no. Yatsworth, that's kind of cool. I kind of like that, Yatsworth. So I will add a new page here. Yatsworth system. So for the systems, I always add the spaces, mainly just so then, mainly so that then, if I then have a planet or a sun, which is also called Yatsworth, because that is quite common, then I don't have to say Yatsworth star, Yatsworth sun, Yatsworth planet. It's just easier if you make it all system, 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 as you can see in in the category of the systems. Okay, so I don't quite like the Yatsworth there. I might keep going through this program called Inspiration Pad Pro. It's pretty cool. You can look at all different type of things, all different type of names, dwarf names, halfling names, human name. I'm mainly using it as some inspiration. Rustic town name, Scrat name. I have no clue. Oh, Muskratman. Whoa, no clue what that was. Okay, let's see a tavern name. How can I add this? Yats. Yats something. Yats row. Let's. Oh, damn it. Let's do this. Actually, Yats row. There we go. Just a slight variation on that. Very easy. Anything comes to mind. Yats row system. Okay. Now we're going to be able to edit it. However, I could type in information here like the system of Yatsro has blah 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 blah. I'm not going to do that. Instead, it's a cool little trick. You add an info box. I've already created all these info boxes here. So then I'm going to press on the systems one, and then I'm just going to fill it in. So what's this called? The Yats row system. Uh, Sector, I'll talk about that in a different stream, or if you want, you can actually check out the fandom side, um, and find out all about the Delta sector. Most of it is still work in progress, so that's all right. And now the name of the sun. So it's important as well. If you want to link to something, you do the square brackets, and this just makes it all interconnecting. So if I randomly stumble upon this this star name as a random page somewhere, I can backtrack it to here onto this system. Okay, what do you think a good number of planets could be? Um, I'll just do 3 for now. So add 3, and then if you want it as like as a bulleted list, you add an asterisk there. Okay, let's think. Yatro. Let's do. I already have a few other planets with Ys. I've got, for example, a Eurillo system. That's one. Just take a look at this small little map I've got down here. I'll have to upload that one day. Um, I think it's just Eurillo, which has a Eurillum Prime on it. Yaril, it's got other planet names like that, which is always very cool to see. So the question is, do you want all these planet names to be similar? I suppose you could always cheat and just make it like that. Yatro 1, Yatro 2, Yatro 3. But I'm feeling a bit more creative than that. So what I might Yatta to me. Just thought of that just then. Yatta to me. Sweet. So I said 3 planets, so I've got to come up with 2 other planet names. Yatta to me. How about Yoro, Yoru, Yoro, Yoru, Yori. Uh, you, your. Yeah, okay. I don't mind that. Your spell like that. And then let's see. It's my last one. What should I call it? Maybe I could just go balls to the wall. Just go Brezd. That's cool. Actually, I'm gonna write that down. That is a very cool name for a star system. Brezd. Bressd. Very cool. Oh, or alternatively. Okay, very nice. Okay, so but I kind of liked how they're all similar, so I'm gonna get rid of that for now. I might call it Yun Young Yunge. No, Yund Yunk Yunk. How about that? We'll do Yunk. Okay, so artificial satellites. For this type of thing, there are sometimes when you don't really have the information you can add. So any artificial satellites like space stations, I'm not going to know if these exist up here. If I already have got a pretty simple idea about if there will be, if there won't be, um, then I might add them in. At the moment I don't, so I'll leave that. Space features, like for example, if there's like constant meteor showers in a certain area, if there's like say a ring, if there's an exploded planet, if there's space debris, that type of thing. I don't know if there is any, so I'm going to leave that for now. And so then I'll move onto the governing body. So basically the government, who controls this system? Or alternatively, I can do the allegiance. So say for example, I have a government called the VAF Confederacy, which I'll talk about in another stream as well later on. Um, I may say, okay, their allegiance is to the VAF Confederacy, right? But yeah, I easily could. However, I haven't decided where they are on the map at the moment. So once I have that map, once I place them on the map, it'll be a lot easier to identify. So I'm looking at the map now. Looks like a lot of the area around VAF is already pretty full. So I may have to add it somewhere else. So then, yeah, that would be foolish of me. Instead, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add in a governing body. So let me take a quick look at the orbiting planets. So I should think about a government body. What would it call itself after? Would it call itself after its sun? If if the Earth, if the solar system names itself Sun, the Sun government. How does that sound? It doesn't sound too good. It's slightly too generic. Um, so I don't actually mind that, but well, I do mind it. We're not going to use that at all. But what we'll do is we're going to use a program, well, a website called WordHippo, which is pretty cool. So what I'm going to type in, it lets you check out other words. So I'm going to type in sun. What are other words for sun? And then I can try and manipulate this into a word. Helios, Phobos, Apollo, Daystar, Acclaim, Accolade, and you just go through this list. And then say if I do like, oh, I don't mind luminary. Okay, I'll click that. Then I find out what is another word for luminary. Then I can go down the list. Fundy, Biggie, Big Cheese, Panjandrum, Celebutanti, Figure, Chiva, Influence. I'm not liking any of these. I'm going to type in government. Now, so I'll go back to the second part of the word. So we're definitely not having sun government at all, okay? I'll have government. So at the moment, I don't know what this government will be at all. No clue. I'm just going off some simple words I have. So yeah, just the only thing I know is that there is a government of this planet and system, of these systems, right? And it's a system-wide government as well. So I have to kind of bring the whole system into it. I could easily just make that Yatsuro, Yatsuro government. Not going to do it. Instead, it depends on the type. Maybe if it's like a dictatorship, I might call it uh, empire. If it's something else, I might call it sovereignty. Might call it regency. Actually, I don't mind that. The Yatsio Regency. Let's look at that. Allegiance, like I said, I don't know. Conflicts. So I don't know what conflicts there are. I don't know who they'll be fighting with. So sometimes, if you know you will want information there, I just put unknown, because then if I look at it, I can see that and say, oh, there's missing information here. Some trade routes, yeah, I don't know where this is going to be sitting, if there will be any. However, I'm just going to leave that for now. The warp port, which is the um, where the ships will be flying to. So using the warp travel and the warp engines they have. At the moment, I'm not too sure, mainly because I'm not sure what trade routes are going to be there, but I can do that later on. And then these last three, it's just about the basically the beginning, the and the destruction of the system. So if it was created like say through like some government built this planet, I would say, oh yeah, it was built by the, and for example, the VAF Confederacy. Yeah, I could do that. It wasn't, so I won't do that. So, or say if it's an unknown system, right? If it's unknown for thousands and hundreds of millions of years, and then suddenly it's discovered. So I might say, okay, it was discovered, by a guy called uh, Junkie 67, right? Then that would become a person, or it might be a planet. So, no, not a planet, or a ship. So it might be at the 67th iteration. It wasn't, and I don't know. Fate of the system. Say if it was blown up Death Star style. Boom, kabooey. Well, then I could do that there. Blown up by the, say for example, the VAF Confederacy using, say, their arterial cannon. That cannon does not exist, so I'd have to create it. But I don't know about that yet. There we go. Apply changes. As you can see in the preview window, it's got some red links. Means basically these don't exist. Now, if I want, I can expand on this. I can say the Yatsuro system was blah 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 blah. But I have nothing to add. And then it's important to add some categories. So I'm pretty sure this is in the Delta sector. So add this under Delta sector locations. It's a system, so add that into systems. And then I just do this for myself. I add it to an incomplete category so I know exactly what I have and haven't done and finished yet. Just makes it a bit easier to work on. Okay, so now that we're here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this in a new tab, Yatro. Just a simple one here, no info box needed. I'll just write star of the, and then using the brackets, the Yats row system. And again, add some categories. It does change itself up a little bit, but it should be a stars, and then incomplete as well. So most of my things have a bare minimum of two categories. So I publish that, see here, uh, and that linking worked. So I can press that, it takes me back to here. And now on this system page, that's now filled. So what I might do first, instead of working on these planets, I might work on the Yatro Regency. So this Regency, right, so I know it's a government, so I'm going to add that into the category already, make it governments, incomplete as well, just because that's what I do. Then I'll add an info box for, I believe it is government info, yeah. So it looks slightly different depending the way you edit it. If you middle mouse click on a red link, yeah, this is a way you then start editing stuff. So what type of government in it? Well, it's a regency. Now, is that actually a type of government? Define regency. By a region. Okay, so a region. Okay, so what is a region? Let's find out. Define region. Okay, so it's a monarchy system. So what I might do, I will do this. I will monarchy, and then I'll add 2 there for regency. Then if I preview this, it's a cool thing. So so it shows it becomes a monarchy. So it was a monarchy, then it turned to a regency, right? So it's just some small tricks there, so you can see how it's underneath, which somewhat implies that, oh, this happened and then that happened. You can always just say then turned into, and just get rid of that. It looks like that, but it's a little easier just to do that. You know, fewer words, fewer things. A constitution, well, it was a monarchy, so I could, so because I add 2, there might be 2 constitutions, right? I'm not too sure what they are right now. We'll leave that for now. Um, Leader, unknown. I don't know. I don't know what the people who rule this place are called, as in the species they are, so I'm going to leave it. So then if I now preview this, you know, it's got those there. Leader, head of state, unknown. Controlled system. I'm going to skip these because they're slightly more in depth, and I don't really add any of them into my thing, into most of these pages. So then I'm going to work on the controlled systems. I've already done it, as you can see. If this happened to control, say for example, Geryon, I would add in Geryon as well. But at the moment, uh, as far as I know, they only control the Yatro system. And there may be a neighboring system they may control. Yataro, look at that. Maybe that's something I call it, Yataro. Maybe I call that, that's cool. Yataro, I call that the language. Easy, it's simple stuff like that. I preview that, boom, Yataro right there. Okay, so allied systems, again, I don't know. Foreign relations, don't know. Central authority, normally like a headquarters type of thing, but it's more of a corporation. So if there's like say some authority, like say maybe the CIA, the FBI, that type of thing. But yeah, I think later on we have an intelligence agency as well. Yeah, intelligence agency there, yeah. So yeah, I'm not too sure what that is. Oh, test that out. F. Yeah, okay, so I'm unsure, but unnecessary anyway. So then allies, I don't know. Enemies, I don't know. And Well, the capital. Well, I should probably make up a capital, right? So it's in the Yatro system. Now, I'll head back to the system information here. Uh, Orbiting planets, Yatatomi, Yoa, Yunk. So what would I be calling the 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 government in terms of who will be running the government? What planet? So I could imagine Yatatomi because it's close to the star, the sun. But then I have to work out what that planet is. Is it too close to the sun? Is it habitable? What's everything like that? Um, or is it in Yoa or Yonk? I kind of like Yatatomi. Yeah, so I do a similar thing as I did before. Yatatomi, Yatatomi. Making sure the spelling's correct. Y-A-T-T-A-T, yep. I'm a good speller, so I know. Yatatomi, sweet. And then I can't just leave it like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add in maybe a continent. So what continent is this on? So I might do it Yada Yada East. So maybe the east side of it. And then add a third one in there, add a third asterisk, and then let's find out, let's think about this. Yatro Regency. Uh, Yatsel City. Let's do that. Let's make it a city. That's a capital. Yatsel City. Oh, I like 1L. Yatsel. There we go. Okay. So we've done that. Now up to we've done language already. Yataro based on Yalta. Oh, look at that. Yates. Potawatomi. Huh. Yada. Yalta. I don't mind that. So let's make the currency Yalta. So it's a Yalta. All that is as well is just based on me right clicking this, looking at suggestions. Yatso is Yates, Yada was Yalta, and Yatatomi was Potawatomi. Somehow that works. Whatever. Yataro. Yeah, same way I got the language Yataro. The rest of these are society, culture, not really necessary. I hate this about this one. I have to fix this, but actually, there's no distinction. So I have two religions here. Okay, I can get rid of that religion. One. Okay. State religion. Is there a state religion? It is a monarchy. I probably will say no. No state religion. Unknown. I'll say no state religion. There. Easy. Um, Law enforcement or defense. Normally I spring for defense if it's like a if it's a system government. If it's like a law enforcement, that's more like internal type of thing. So what do I call it? Yatsro. Uh, Regential. Sometimes it's fun just to mix up these words, you know. So regential, regalic, regalics. There we go. Perfect. Regalic. Or I might call it. Nah, I prefer regalics. Maybe two G's. Regalic. I think I do prefer regalic. Regalia, regal. There we go. Law enforcement, unnecessary, mainly because I already have Yatra Regalic. Operations, as in, like, have they undergone any operations? Like, say, example, in Star Wars Battlefront 2, Operation Cinder. Any conflicts, wars, battles? Normally I just do conflicts unknown. All the rest I leave. Internal conflict. I've got a feeling this place will have some internal conflict. Mainly because uh, monarchy to the regency. So when the monarchy became a regency, I assume there'd be some uprisings. So I'm going to add this in the description here. Obviously, this is not complete. I will have to add, actually, I could probably easily just do something now. So what could I call it? So what I already said the capital was the Yatzil. Yatzil region uprising. There we go. Yatzil uprising. There we go. Easy. Got that. Tech. So if they have any technology advancements, I don't really know about that. Education and training. Unknown. Tactics, any propaganda, intelligence, don't know. Origin, creator established. Oh, okay, here's where I could do that. So the origin. So based on what we saw before, with the regency coming from a monarchy, um, what could we say for that? We could say, let's see, Y letters, Y and R, Yatzil, Euro, let's call him Ret the Third. Was too young to be a lawful ruler. So I've just made that up. Uret the Third. I don't like that. It's too common. You're, and also this is going to be the character name as well. Brett Pretty. Yeah, that's what Uret the. It kind of sounds like Shrek the Third. Uret. What sounds like third? Third. I might use Word Hippo again for this. The third. What I can do, so I'll find third, and then what I can do, which is very cool, I can find what rhymes with it. Third. Here we go. What rhymes with third? Scattered, blurred, comfort. Kind of some of these do. Heard, girt, numbered, integrated, matted. Um, there's lots of words here. Normally what I do, if I just stare at the screen, I let everything go blurred, and then I can focus on what stands out. So for example, Bunkit and Seifert are standing out to me, and Couriered. Scroll down some more. Offhand, I just saw, I think. No, open hand. There we go. See, that's the thing. I'm not actually looking. I'm not reading the words. Just unfocus. Um, Dered. I don't mind that. Dered. Dered. What does Dered mean? Let's find out. Simple past tense of der. Past participle of der. What is der? To harm. Okay, kind of cool. Der. To Dered. To Dered. You're at Tudorid. So that could be his name. And then, well, maybe that means the third. And then, who usurped the role? So I'll just add that in for now. Usurped the role and formed a regency. And so, maybe because I've done this, it means that I'm going to have to, um, maybe it means I'm going to have to add in a Uretso monarchy. Maybe. So Uret tethered. Someone tethered maybe. Credor. Cred. Credor. Credor. That might be his last name. Credor. Yeah, that'll be his last name. Credor something. Something Credor. Bocco Credor. No. Bol. Bori. Bolri Credor. Yeah, there we go. Done. Bolri Credor. Then you can see here. And I'm basically creating it. So established. Well, I kind of had that in the origin, don't I? Yep. Restored a fate. What's the fate of it? I don't know. Okay, so I think we've answered all this. Era, I normally leave, fate, left, restored, left, left, left. Here we go. Ah, we forgot the constitution, didn't we? Okay. So now you can see here we've got this information, but I'm going to go back, edit it, scroll all the way back up to the Constitution. So the Constitution, the top one I'm looking for is a monarchy one. So that would be the Yatsro Decree. Let's call it that. Yatsro Decree. Yatsro. Um, Yatro reg, reg, reglin. Okay, let's do that. Okay, done. And I've already added in the categories. Publish. Let's see. Okay, obviously these don't exist. Um, so we're gonna have to make that next live stream. All right. But we do have Yatro system already, so we know that it links back to here. As you can see, that's the thing. You can click that again, goes right back to it. Last thing, real quick, if you forget to add these categories in, click add category, then you can call it monarchy. I'm not going to do that. That's not how I do it, but you can. Make sure you press enter, then save it. You're good to go. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully that was a good one. Bye.